Hi, I'm Delna Dastur, and I'm a teacher at the Art League in Alexandria, Virginia. The way that I do this class is I introduce a different contemporary artist every week, and it's a contemporary artist from whom we learn different techniques of working. We are not here to imitate the artist, but just to gain information about their process, about their thinking, and use them as the basis for starting our work. All right, so we're going to do a lesson on Per Kirkeby today, the Scandinavian artist. Initial layers are completely transformed. And if a person comes in and says, oh, that's beautiful, he's on it and he changes it right away. If you look at the whole expanse of his works, you will see how he has repeated what he has started in one. And that's a good thing for us to have. We really need to have marks and shapes, sort of in a vocabulary that we have. Keep a little book, write them, draw them, so that you can repeat them. They're like your comfort zone. With this chopstick, I have carved some little pattern in there. Probably too wet. Anyway, here's what it is, just a little scribble. Let's see. So then I'm going to just press it down, and that's what happens. When you put these down on your canvas, I want you to pay attention to composition as always. Remember the boundaries. You don't have to stay. Let your eye go off so that the eye is taken out and then brought back in. The composition does not have to end at the edges. If you want to retain any of this color, then take some tape. This is one additional thing that you can do in the beginning. And
before you do any of the stamping?
You can do it on top of the stamping. You can do it right on the orange right there. Or you can take a little bit. If my scissors were out, I would even carve them so that they could be nice shapes. If I like something particular, I would do that. And then again, you have to pay attention to where they're all going, okay?
It's all new, all ad hoc, all experimental, all a big surprise. You never know what you're going to come up with. Trying to use this corrugated cardboard to lay down some new directional lines on this to pull the eye in other directions is kind of the idea of what I'm doing here. I'm not sure if I'm getting things moving in the right direction or not. But as I say, this is all an experiment.
I have these different materials that I'm putting paint on, which creates a pattern. And like such, it's a little messy one. And I'm just going over top, one over the other. I have some tape here, which I think when I pull it off, it will reveal, it'll take away some of the paint that I have on these.
It's, if you can figure out, I don't know if you can, it's sort of like a tree with branches, and it's a little, obviously, abstract. This is my first time actually doing this sort of technique, so I don't know how it's true. I'm having fun.
From looking at most of your art all around the place, all of you are about at this stage where you have become very fond of your background, but that's okay. I mean, this is the point where I think what Per Kirkeby would do would be to say, this is really beautiful, so I have to paint over it. He's got the splatters, he's broken this up, he's done a lot of stamping. The other thing to do is when you're working like this is to consider rotating it and looking at it in different directions. We are painting in thin coats, we are pressing it in, it's all one level. And at the end, don't be afraid to mix up the paint and put it on with some volume. This is Virginia's, and when I'm talking about using thick paint, this is what I mean. And this is the beginning. This is actually the tape It's not black strokes. She could take it off and actually start putting black paint in the same thickness. Forget about Per Kirkeby and just start thinking about what makes this work. Okay? So we get the idea from the artist, and then we move in our own direction, and you just work on your own piece and take it where it is going.